What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. It's been a hot minute and there's lots to update you with, right? So let's just jump in. I want to give you guys some updates for the previous year and then what's in store for the next year here on the channel as we go into the new year, right? So this channel hit a milestone. I was able to pass the 100,000 subscriber threshold at the beginning of the year, and that was awesome. It meant the world to me because I know that was the goal that I was always after, and it's been really amazing connecting with the community, YouTubers, professional musicians. It's just such a great and welcoming community. And I'm glad to be a part of it, and I'm glad to share my passion in guitar, and you're willing to listen to me spew my nonsense about it. It's really awesome, right? So thank you so much for that, your past and continued support. It means the world to me. Very nice, right? So let's just get the elephant out of the room. A lot of you have noticed that my content has slowed down over the last year, right? So there's a reason for that. It's kind of a long story. I'll try to keep it as quick. Some of you might know I talked about it here previously a little bit. I recently moved, not, basically a year and a half ago at this point, but everything's settled, studio's set up, and I wanted to use that time to maybe create some new pathways for the future, right? And keeping this going as well. So YouTube is not my main thing. This is not my job. I do this in my spare time, always have, right? I have a full-time job. I'm a family man, right? And I do the YouTube thing, and I teach privately, right? So really, this YouTube channel is on my priority to-do list every week. It's kind of fourth, right? And that doesn't mean I don't love it. It's just, other things in life take priority at times. And this year is kind of no different, right? As I was going through and making these changes, something that I've always wanted to do as a creative, as a musician, is get into film scoring, game scoring, right? Composition, media composition. Something that I've always wanted to do. When I was going through my master's program, they kind of kept me out of the composition program and then just kept me in the performance program. I don't know why, but I never took any steps to do anything about that until now. Right, so over the last year or so, I've been kind of training and practicing and writing hard to learn how to program that style of music. And I took a 6-month composition course at the beginning of the year. It was highly rewarding, but because of that and all those other things, I really wasn't playing guitar. I wasn't practicing, I wasn't writing. The only time I would pick up my guitar was with my weekly students every week, right? My private students. And so therefore, the result of that is just lack of creative ideas for lessons, right? Because one of the things that I like to think separates my channel from some of the other big lesson channels is I don't just regurgitate songs or riffs from songs. Most of my lessons outside of the Tool song lessons is original content, like how to take music theory, musical ideas, and be creative with it on the guitar and then write your own music, right? So a lot of my lessons tend to be based around that. And if I'm not writing, if I'm not even playing my guitar, writing riffs, all that kind of stuff, it kind of just fell to the wayside over the last year, but that's just because I've been trying to start a media production company, and that has just gotten going since that course has ended. I met a couple great guys, talented composers, and we're working together to do that. I did additional music for a movie that's coming out next year, made for TV movie, and that was a blast, and I can't wait to do more of it, right? So I will share that passion with this channel. I haven't done it yet, just because we've been guitar based for the most part, but whatever, Rick Beato can do it, I can do it, I'll share my passion, and it'll be just as fun, right? But the guitar lessons are still coming, they're not going anywhere, right? That's kind of why the content has slowed down, right? If anybody is interested in hearing that kind of stuff, down in the description below, I'll put my composer SoundCloud. You can check out the songs. I'll put the media company website that we just created and get that up and rolling. So that's really why the content has slowed down. But that being said, it's not going anywhere. Coming in the new year, we're going to get going again for the more regular content. I don't know if it's going to be, 2 lessons a week and what have you like that, but that's the goal. So I just wanted to share that update, and let's talk about some of the things that are coming. All right, I mentioned that I do teach privately, so I get emails all the time. Greg, do you teach lessons? Do you teach lessons? Yes, I do. Through my Patreon, I have 2 different tiers, right? We can do once a month lesson for an hour. I'll give you a month's worth of material and we can jam and get together every month. If you want the more weekly thing, I also offer a weekly 45-minute lesson as well. So those 2 tiers have been on my Patreon and they're not going anywhere. I still have a couple open spots for students, so don't feel like you need to take lessons with me for a year, even if it's just a one-off. I take those students, right? So if there's anything that you're struggling with, curious about, technique you're working on, drop D, tool, all that kind of stuff, just shoot me an email, right? Set up a lesson one time, big, right? And hopefully I can help you. If I can't help you and we don't resonate, then you move on and I'll recommend some other teachers. So I just want to let everybody know that my lessons aren't going anywhere. So because of that, I do have a couple different tiers on the Patreon. One thing that I've been trying to get started, and that's monthly streams, live streams for those supporters over on Patreon. That will be starting in January, so be on the lookout for that. I'm working on putting on some downloadable lesson courses for people that they can check out, right? This way, if they want to deep dive on a certain topic, I can have that available for you without either booking a lesson or having to wait for me to make a video about it, right? Content that you guys really enjoy, and that's really it for my update, guys. Thanks for sticking around. If you guys want a studio tour, let me know. I mean, I don't have a massive recording studio, but I have some fun equipment. So I know people have asked me what my computer is, what my DAW is, what am I using for guitar, all that kind of stuff. If anybody wants to know what VSTs I'm using for orchestral work, I can make a video about that. We can dive in. I got some cool videos coming up, or ideas for videos that I want to make, mixing in some heavy music and some orchestral music. I think that'll be a lot of fun. I think everybody on this channel would enjoy that, right? So that's about it. I know the tool stuff. Everybody's here for the tool stuff. That was a blast. In all honesty, unless they make a new album, I don't see myself digging into any more tracks. We've covered 85% of all the songs here on this channel. I might go back and redo some of those original lessons, like the Zombie and the Vicarious lesson, because those were made literally over 10 years ago on like a little flip camera. The audio or video is terrible, and I think everybody could deserve a little bit of a shiny upgrade. It might work out. So I'll probably do that, but otherwise than that, come on, Adam, write some new songs and I'll make some new videos for you. All right? And yeah, that's about it, guys. All right, so if you want to jump on the Patreon for the live lessons, for the tabs, for anything future, that link is in the description below. I do offer lesson packages for people, so if you're looking for that, I have that for you. That's not going anywhere. Weekly content's coming out soon. I know we're coming to the holiday season, so I don't know how much is going to come out over the next month, but I'm going to do my best to get at least a couple out there. And yeah, also the SoundCloud, my composer SoundCloud, and the production company website will be down in the description below. So thanks for listening to my rant. That's the update for the channel. That's what's going on for next year. I'll keep you guys informed on any other major changes that happen. And yeah, as always, let me know what you're coming up with. So until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.